The piano plays softly as the plan for the next quarter is projected. Innovation is not invention, it's connection. Because they see relationships between ideas that others keep fragmented. Their routines are not habits. They are rituals of power that align mind, body, and purpose towards specific goals. Their alliances are not conveniences. They are architectures of power that redesign entire industries. Patience is not passivity, it's power. The sources of his data do not appear in search engines. Pressure does not break them, it strengthens them. Like metal that is tempered under conditions that would destroy ordinary materials. The paths he takes are not marked on the GPS. The value of his time is not measured in money, it's measured in access. Their questions do not seek answers, they seek perspectives, because they know that the quality of the questions determines the quality of the future. Fatigue is not physical, it's the weight of knowing that their decisions today will determine how millions live tomorrow. The phrases he repeats are internal keys, not motivational mantras. The questions he asks do not have an immediate answer. Their decisions are not reactions, they are creations, because each choice is a conscious act of building the future. Every object in his space has a purpose, nothing is by chance. Each of his employees knows they work for a vision, not a company. Taxis do not exist in his reality, everything is discrete transfer. A call from him can shake the agenda of 3 continents. His meetings do not have a public agenda, but their effects are felt in stock markets. Discipline is not restriction, it's freedom, because the right habits eliminate the need to make exhausting decisions. The elevator opens and everyone knows it's time to shut up. Their signatures don't adorn contracts, they sculpt futures, and each stroke redefines what it means to be inevitable. The sound of his shoes marks the rhythm of a global strategy. Innovation is not creativity, it's necessity, because they see problems that others don't yet know they have. Control is not domination, it's influence, the ability to create conditions where others make the right decisions. The languages he speaks are not measured in words but in figures. Quality is not an option, it's identity, because they understand that constant excellence is the only way to maintain relevance. The technology he uses is not yet on the market. Knowledge is not power, it's leverage, and they know exactly where to apply force to move mountains. Their words are not expressions, they are creations, because each phrase materializes abstract ideas into tangible reality. Perfect execution is not a coincidence, it's an obsession, because they understand that small details create huge differences. Success is not a destination, it's a process, and every achievement is simply evidence of systems that others cannot see. Quality is not an option, it's DNA, because they understand that constant excellence is their natural differentiator. Their thoughts are not private, they are prototypes, drafts of futures that others will experience as destiny. The chair where he sits was made to support those who move the board. He does not need notifications, everything important is already planned. He doesn't walk fast because time runs at his pace. Power is not domination, it's magnetism. The ability to attract resources towards their vision without the need for persuasion. The scent of expensive incense marks the beginning of his most productive hour. Because they know that the perfect opportunity finds those who are completely ready. Their routines are not repetitions, they are refinements. Because every day they optimize systems that others don't even know exist. Each button on his shirt costs more than an average rent. Their objectives are not dreams, they are destinies. Because they operate with the certainty of those who have already experienced the result. Time is not a limitation, it's a resource. And like any resource, its value lies in the wisdom with which it is invested. His presence in the room changes the air, making it tense and respectful. Their alliances are not transactions, they are transformations. Because each partnership creates value that neither could generate alone. Failure is not defeat, it's education. Because each mistake is a lesson that others pay to learn. Quality is not the goal, it's identity. Because they understand that constant excellence is the only way to maintain relevance. People mark times on clocks, but his time is measured in market movements and decisions that cannot wait. Every meeting is a move, every greeting an investment. Breakfast is not routine, it's planning the next steps on the board. Failure is not the end, it's information, valuable data on what to adjust so that the next iteration is perfect. Knowledge is not accumulation, it's transformation, because they know that information without action is lost potential. His desk is cleaner than the history of some banks. His way of looking disarms speeches. The data he consults is not on Google, it's in his network. Most people count the days until Friday. But she has lost count of the months because her schedule is written by opportunities, not dates. Improvised meetings do not exist in his world. Their mistakes are not weaknesses, they are investments in wisdom, because every paid failure becomes refined instinct. Deeper. Money is not a goal, it's a tool, and like any tool, its value lies in the mastery with which it is used. Resistance is not opposition, it's feedback, because every obstacle reveals exactly what they need to strengthen. He does not give interviews, he gives results. Power is not flaunted, it's exercised in silence, like gravity that attracts without needing to announce itself. Legacy is not inheritance, it's momentum, the force that will continue to transform the world long after their departure. The walls of his meeting room are shielded with agreements. The leather scent in his office is not casual, it's a forged identity. The doors he opens do not have standard locks. Discipline is not restriction, it's direction. Discipline is not sacrifice, it's investment. Because each small present renunciation becomes future freedom. Their thoughts are not ideas, they are seeds. Because each concept is designed to grow and transform into tangible reality. The private jet is not a luxury, it's high-level logistics. The present is not a prison, it's a lever. Because they use the current reality as a fulcrum to move the world. Because they understand that perfect timing multiplies any effort. Abundance is not a coincidence. It's a consequence of decisions they made when others chose comfort. Important decisions don't sound loud, they just change the course of things. Watches do not mark hours, they mark commitments with key people. His decisions seem casual, but they are the effects of an exact formula, because they understand that the way of thinking determines the way of living. Their decisions are not reactive, they are predictive, because they operate 3 moves ahead of where others have just arrived. Elegance is not in his clothes, it's in the precision of his movements. Silence is not emptiness, it's potential, the space where ideas that will change the world are born. There are no frames with phrases, only expansion maps. Each action is thought 3 moves ahead. The names on his agenda are not pronounced publicly. Their words are not opinions, they are predictions, because they speak from the perspective of those who have already seen the future. Where others see expenses, he sees positioning. Money is not the end, it's flow, a current that they direct towards the materialization of impossible visions. Each person around him is part of a bigger move. Each meal has a protocol, but it does not lose flavor. Resistance is not an obstacle, it's information, because each difficulty reveals exactly what capabilities they need to develop. Confidence is not a feeling, it's calculation, based on probabilities that they process faster than computers. Contracts are signed on islands where others only go to rest. Patience is not a virtue, it's a strategy, because they know that perfect timing is worth more than speed. The silences in his meetings are more revealing than 1,000 speeches. The lights in his residence do not illuminate, they highlight authority. Loneliness is not a price they pay. It is the space they need to hear the sound of empires growing. Their words do not fill spaces, they create realities. Because they understand that language is the most powerful tool of construction. The marble where he steps has a history of embedded power. He is not interested in seeming successful. He is interested in being treated as someone who decides. Discipline is not limitation, it's liberation. Because the correct habits channel energy towards precise objectives. Knowledge is not power, it's responsibility. Because each insight generates the moral obligation to act. Communication is not exchange, it's construction. Because every conversation builds bridges towards shared futures. The view from his desk reaches further than any tower. Their words are not communication, they are construction. Because each phrase builds bridges towards shared realities. There is no noise where he lives, only pure concentration and prolonged vision. Because every idea is designed to become reality. Their alliances are not conveniences, they are constructions. Because each partnership builds unique possibilities. Power is not possession, it's responsibility. Because they understand that every acquired ability implies the obligation to use it. Their decisions are not individual, they are collective. Because they consider the impact on systems that others cannot see. Their investments are not bets, they are certainties in disguise, because they see futures that others confuse with fantasies. Competition does not worry them, they study it, because they understand that rivals are masters in disguise. Each breakfast has a goal, each lunch a partner. Money is not security, it's freedom, the ability to choose without external limitations that restrict vision. Reputation is not image, it's history, built with consistency between what they promise and what they deliver. Patience is not passivity, it's preparation, because they know that the perfect opportunity requires perfect preparation. The breeze entering his balcony was calculated when building it.